Hi, I've been steadily gaining weight since starting LDN in March of 22, 3.5 kilos. I used to take 0.5 milligram, which caused too much irritability and migraines. So I switched to VLDN 3 months ago in a 0.04 milligram, which is 40 micrograms, which is helping with mast cell activation, but I still continue to gain weight, which I don't want. Any suggestions to stop weight gain? Calorie intake is controlled and same as pre-LDN. Thank you. My thought when I read through this is that the LDN is probably not the contributor. There's something else going on, especially when we're dealing with mast cell activation. So something is causing the mast cells to activate and to cause their activity. So my thought is there's probably a bacterial overgrowth or most likely a fungal overgrowth. And while there are some tests available to do that, I don't think it really changes the outcome of treatment. So there are some wonderful gastroenterologists that work with this specifically. Dr. Sarah Zielsdorf talks about this. In the conferences, Dr. Leonard Weinstock talks about this. And here in Seattle, there are some naturopath gastroenterologists that have also have a lot of experience with this. So when you're on VLDN, that it's not about the dose, right? It is a lot of times the dose itself will work in the cell to help change the root causes for the inflammation. When you take LDN away, everything stops. So the activity of LDN stops. And my thought is that when you start at 0.5 milligram and you're that sensitive, there's a lot of other things going on. I doubt it's just one cause. I bet there's several things that need to be addressed. So when you're talking about irritability, I'm not sure if that is mental or gut, but also when you trigger migraines, my thought is there's a dysbiosis in the gut somehow that is triggering this. And when you reduce inflammation, sometimes you can have a bloom. Dr. Sherman actually talked about that last year at the LDN conference, and she explained that beautifully. So there's a lot of other things going on, and I think it's just going to take some time to really get to the bottom of that. But that's how you're going to stop the weight gain, is actually going and looking at the root issues.